I am approaching my 2 year mark of having locks, and it'll be 2 years, I think April 12th. And so I'm just going to give an update from the time that I started till now, how I feel about them now, what are the challenges I faced, what are the dislikes, what are the likes, just a little scoop. My hair is looking a little raggedy right now because I've been trying to keep it moisturized. I've been putting oil in it every day because it's been severely dry. But I have not retwisted since December, like the middle of December, and I already have like a lot of new growth. Let me see if I can find it. A lot of new growth. And look at this, y'all. It's kind of hard to see, but y'all see that? I don't even know where that came from, but it's a lot of it. Like, it's just, when my hair starts to grow out, it's just pieces, like, it's just curly pieces everywhere. Like, you can't even see my scalp. That's how you can tell I need a retwist. Look at all that. But I'm gonna try to refrain from retwisting because my birthday's in March, and I really want to just wait till then because I want to kind of crinkle it. I want to try to curl it. If I can't curl it, I'm gonna try to crinkle it. But anyhow, when I first started, I didn't do a big chop. I started off with my own hair. My natural hair was probably like somewhere right here, and then after twisting it, it came to like right here, and I did a 2-strand twist because I felt like they would plump up. I didn't want to do little braids and just walk around with little skinny braids. I just felt the twist would look better. And I don't think I went through, people keep saying like the ugly stage. I don't think I had an ugly stage because I liked how they looked. My hair was already really curly, so it didn't look bad. It just looked like a style that I never took out. I didn't want to do too much to it, didn't want to do too many styles or anything like that because as it was growing, I didn't want to shrink my locks. But I messed up and I had to dance out of town in St. Louis one year, and I put braids over it. Should never did that. Didn't even have the braids that long. It was probably like a week and a half, and I took them out. I only did it because we were all wearing our hair the same. When I took them out, it had shrunk down. Now the front of my hair was like heat damaged when I started my locks. Like this part was heat damaged, and the rest was okay. And it kind of shrunk my locks back down. The back of my hair kind of stayed the same. Like I was able to fluff it back out. What I did was I soaked them and kind of just pulled to kind of loosen them so they can reform. And the front I did it, but I can't remember what happened. I did get to a period, it was like after a year or coming up on a year, I started retwisting more. And I shouldn't have done that. So it kind of messed it up. Like they look good, but it kind of messed it up. So I found that I can go a long time without retwisting. Like I said, it's only been, last time I retwisted was middle December, or only in January. So even though it looks like I have a lot of new growth, some people might say, girl, your hair looks good. It does, but it's just like in the back and stuff, and these pieces that's sticking out, I don't really care for that too much. So sometimes I'll wear a hat when I go out like to work and stuff, but or I'll put it in a bun. Like today I had it up because it was bothering me, so I had it like this. It was just getting thicker that some hats don't fit. Like they have to have the adjustable band in the back in order for me to get it over my head. It doesn't really go through the loop. I can fit like maybe this through the loop, and the rest has to stay out. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I was kind of at a point, like by the 6 month mark, I was at a point where I was just like, I really want my hair to get longer. I was just eager for it to grow, trying to find different ways to help it grow quicker, a lot quicker, because I wanted to get to a stage where I'm at now. I even want to get longer so I can do more because I didn't want to just wear it down all the time. I wanted to wear it up or try styles. So I would do like oof, look at all that new growth. I would do this, the top half down, half up. I've done 2 flat twists, and then I would have like the buns like this, or I've done. Have I did points? I've not did ponytails. I did all of it up in the top bun. Um, Kept it pretty simple for the most part. So then coming up on a year, it's like my hair never really stayed the same. It started to get at a point where it's just like having loose natural hair. You know, you wake up, you never know what you're gonna get. Some days it's popping, some days it's not. Some days it's like you try a style, then the next time you go to try that style, you can't get it to look the same way. Like with locks, I feel like my locks personally never look the same. They always look different. Even if I try to do something the same way. That's why I don't like to play. I used to play in my hair a lot when I was a loose natural, and I'd be like, oh, that's a style I can try tomorrow. I try not to do that too much now because I'll play with it and see a style I really like, and then I'll try to replicate it for real to actually wear it as a style, and it's a fail. It does not work, and I don't even know how I got it to look the way I did. So I'm like, let me not play with it. Let me play with it when I'm actually going to go somewhere, because if I like it, then I can just not touch it, and I'm actually going somewhere rather than getting ready to go to bed or, you know. So coming up to a year and a half, my hair is still going through some changes. I did have moments where I wanted to like relapse and become a loose natural again, just from looking at pictures and seeing other girls who were loose naturals, and I started missing my own hair. But then I started thinking about the work, the wash days, the effort, and it's just, my hair was really curly. I had a lot, and I don't look forward to that. Now with my hair being locked, yes, I do have wash days, and it takes a long time to do. I think the longest, if I do a full, thorough, like run through my hair, like the vinegar, baking soda vinegar rinse, the washing, the retwisting, that takes, well, it took me, the last time I did, it took me 12 hours. I don't have time to be sitting up around here doing my hair for no 12 hours. Like, retwisting alone takes about 4 to 4.5 hours. Not doing it. So if that takes that long, and like, okay, this is how it's not twist or anything, because locks do stretch. This is how my hair is. Healthy lock. But look at that. So imagine if my hair was not in locks. I'm not doing all that. So that's what snaps me back out of it, and just like, okay, I don't want to be loose natural. I love my locks. I would say one of the biggest challenges thus far, even approaching this 2-year mark, from like the 6 months, not the 6 months, to a year up until now, it's pretty much been like the same, because I started developing by the 6 month mark. 6 months to a year mark, I developed a pattern routine that I found that works for me. As far as like my wash days, I try to still clean my hair. If it's not a wash day, I will still run my hair through water or do like a vinegar rinse or whatever. Just because, like I said in a bunch of my other videos, I work in a warehouse, and so I do that just to keep whatever's in my hair out, clean it, and then I always put oil here, put oil on my scalp, and I take oil and I run it through. Well, usually I shake my hair, and then I just run it through. Oh, my ear has not healed, and that just hurt. That hurt. Okay. I usually run my hands through my hair like this with the oil to keep it moisturized. But the biggest challenge for me has just been the weather change. Like, I have developed a pattern on how I retwist it, how often I do it. I try to keep it at like 2 months. I will go shorter if it grows really long. Like right now, because it's only been like a month and it's been this much growth, I'm probably going to, well, I'm retwisting on my birthday, but if it wasn't my birthday coming up, I would probably retwist at the end of January, beginning of February. But it's just the temperature change. Like right now it's really cold, so my biggest thing is keeping my hair moisturized. I don't want it to dry out. So I just been putting oil in it, making sure it's covered, and I have my satin lock stock. And working at the warehouse, it dries out my hair, so I always make sure, like, if I'm going to be directly under the fans, I have a hat on, or I put my hood up, or just something to cover my hair so that constant air blowing doesn't dry out my hair. The summertime when my hair was still locking, um, I didn't really have any issues during the summer because it was still locking. So it wasn't really as long as it is now. I didn't really have much problems, and it was still at a point too where it was still really soft. So it was still in that stage of trying to lock. Like even now, it's coming on 2 years. If I go get a comb right now, I can undo these locks. I can undo one lock in about 10 minutes. It doesn't take that long. Like it's locked, but it's just my hair texture. It's soft. I can just take them out. So it's mainly that. I feel like it's getting better in the winter because this pattern is consistent. So it's not. I'm not really seeing any negative effects from it, so that's why I like it. But one thing I will say, I don't know how this is for many of you, but this is annoying me, and I only have my hair down honestly for this video to show you guys what it looks like, and then it's going right back up. But I was talking to my mother about this, and I am itching, like not my scalp, like it's not dirty, but my neck. My hair sits on my neck, and I know you guys are like, well, don't have it up in the front or have it in the back. Well, show you. It's still pretty long. Like, and it doesn't stay this way. Like I might have it behind me, but it doesn't stay behind me. Like I'm moving, turning, especially if I'm at work, bending, and that's why I try to keep a hat on to keep it staying put. But right, like my neck is just itching, and it's like it feels like my hair is not rough, because I don't want to use the term wool, but like those, how wool can be itchy, stuff like that. It just, when I first noticed that, I didn't think anything of it. I just thought, okay, I have an itch, I'm just gonna scratch it. But then I noticed, like, I started breaking out, and I think it's just from me constantly scratching and rubbing because it was itching, and I realized I was breaking out, and I gave myself like little cuts from my nails, and I'm just like, okay, Chelsea, you gotta stop. So I've been like putting shea butter and stuff like that on my neck to help heal it. And I'm going to be wearing my hair up more, but just loose. So since you guys already seen my hair, I'm going to go ahead and put it up now. But and this skirt is a satin. I got it from the dollar store. It's so hard to stay up. Oof. I don't even know if it's going to stay up. But just when I said it, these are the problems I'm having right now, coming up on the 2-year mark. Okay. It's finding a scrunchie big enough to hold it, because I can barely, if you guys saw my hands in person, they're not that big. Like the gloves I wear at work are actually extra small. I think I'm the only one that wears it because they're always in stock and everybody's always wearing out the other gloves. Ugh, come on, stay up here. Stay up. Okay. So, yeah, trying to find scrunchies that hold my hair. But it's just itchy and it doesn't feel good. I'm trying not to mess with it, but I don't like that. So if you guys have suggestions, I know my mom was telling me maybe using a scarf, not nothing heavy, but just something light to put on my neck or whatever, especially like while I'm at work. Might have to give that a try. Before I was trying to wear hoodies and stuff because it is cold out and it can get really cold in the warehouse with all the, depending on where you're at. Sometimes it's really hot. Most of the time it's really hot. But if you're under the fans doing one of these particular jobs, then you're directly under these gigantic fans and it gets really cold. So I try to wear hoodies because I can always pull the strings and then like it's not on my neck. But I only have so many hoodies and it's a lot. So it's that a challenge used to be moisturizing it. I would even talk to other people at work and they would tell me the same thing, like, well, I cover it and keep it, a hat on it or put this on it. I'm just like, okay, everything they mentioned, I'm trying it, but I'm like, I guess I just gotta play around. It's basically like a trial and error again with my hair. Like the same thing it was when I was a loose natural, I have to do all over being Locs, even though my hair is the same. My hair is exactly the same from when I was loose and natural. The difference is it's just locked up. But I can't do everything the same as when I was loose natural because the how do I phrase it? It's like, I don't know, just the characteristics of it change. You gotta adapt. So I'm happy with what I'm doing now because I feel like it's working and it's growing. And as you can see, when I pulled it, it was long. Like, it's long. Now I'm waiting for the stage to where I can get the length and it's heavy enough to drop and not just be so tapered to me. Because right now, when I need a retwist, the new growth kind of goes like this, so it makes it really full. I mean, my hair's already full, but it makes it really full, and it goes up and out, kind of like a fro, up and out. But when it's wet, it hangs down, it's long, and then you start seeing it shrink back up. So I just can't wait till it starts getting more length and it doesn't just continue to shrink. I do like the bounce back though. It lets me know it's healthy, but I wouldn't change anything. Coming up on this 2-year mark, I'm very happy that I made this decision. I'm very happy that I didn't cut it because that was going to be one of my choices. But I knew I was going to try everything else before I made that like my last resort. But I would not change anything about it. Now, knowing what I know now, what I would have changed was I would not have put braids over it. I would have let it fully flourish until I got what I wanted and desired length and stuff like this. If it was looking like this now, I mean, then I would have went ahead and I would still want to put braids over it, but I do different styles. But I don't want to put anything over it. I love my hair so much to the point where I don't even want to put wigs and stuff like that over it. Like before, when I was transitioning with locks and even growing them out, I was like, okay, well, I'll try the wigs. And if you guys haven't seen me with the wigs, you can go to my Instagram because I have photos of how I looked with it. And I'm like, okay, I can do this. Or I had certain outfits and a certain style would look good with that outfit, but my hair wasn't there yet. So I'm like, okay, let me put on a wig. But now I just like it, so I don't feel like I need to put anything over it to have it look a certain way or to rock a style to go with the outfit. I just love my hair, want my hair, and will use my hair. So if you guys have any questions about any part of my experiences, you can comment them down below. I think I might do a live coming up soon, probably before my birthday. Probably the beginning of February, because I am doing a lot this month. Probably the beginning of February. I'll put a notice up on Instagram when I decide to do it, because I want to get you guys questions and input and thoughts about being locked. If you have locks, what's your routines or what you guys have been doing. And I'm sorry I keep looking off to the side. I'm talking, but I'm thinking at the same time. I'm thinking and planning. I'm like really multitasking while I'm sitting here with y'all. Like, I'm talking to y'all, but I'm thinking about what I'm about to do, plans I gotta do, things I gotta make tonight, because I gotta do some labels. My mind is just going. But I wanted to put that out there because I know some people too who have just gotten locks or just started locks. And for those that are telling you, this is a tip, for those that are telling you that not to get your hair wet, do not listen to them. If you are a person, because I know it may be some men with locks too, if you are a person of color, our hair tends to get not like matted and kind of, I don't want to say nappy, but tangled. That's the word, tangled, when it is wet. If you are trying to get locks, you want your hair to tangle, because when it tangles, it helps form the locking process. That, like, you want it to tangle. So if you have locks or just got locks, what I used to do when I first started mine, if you want to see pictures, you can go on my Instagram. I have pictures of earlier stages. If you don't see them on my natural hair page, you can go to my main page at CEE389. I don't know if there's an underscore in there somewhere. I'll put it right here. But there's pictures there too. And when I first started, I don't want to say every day, it might have been every day or like every 3 days, I would just take a water bottle and just go through it and lightly spray my hair with water and just let it air dry like throughout the day. not to where it's a lot of water and it's not drying, because locks can get mold if it doesn't dry properly. But I would do that on purpose so that it will start to tangle and tangle and tangle and tangle, and then it helps the hair wrap around and form the locking process. Now, for some, it may be different because your hair texture, like mine, was 3C4A when I first locked my hair. So it took me quite a bit. I actually stopped with the moisturizing early on, just so I can dry out my hair, because it was so soft it was not locking. And like I said, I wanted it to lock. I wanted to start doing styles. I wanted to grow long. So I'm like, let me try this. Now that it's locked, I'm like, okay, I want to replenish and put back into it. And for those that don't know, my hair is colored. It's up now and I ain't taking it down, but the top half of my hair kind of is like this color. The roots I purposely left dark. They've grown out a lot since then, but it's the top half that's got color. So I want to keep that moisturized. But if you guys have questions about me coloring my locks and how to color locks, or how to keep them moisturized, any type of questions about the journey, the process, the how to, the where now, the back then, I'm gonna do a live for that, and I might even just have some product giveaways that I use and have used from the time that I started my locks till now, so that I can help somebody who has locks, maybe looking for the products. I know not everything is sold in your area. Some stuff I just stumbled across. So I'll probably do, I'm not sure yet how many. I just like to, y'all know I like to give, so I'll see about that. But yeah, comment down below, what are your challenges? Comment down below what you liked, what you didn't like, or a challenge you had with your locks. It can be one of those three, whichever one. It could be all of them, one of them, however you decide that you want to write it down below. Write it down, and I see them. Y'all already know I read all y'all messages. I comment on all y'all messages. I like to talk with y'all. So let's make this a discussion, so that if you have questions or things you want to know, you can send them to my email. You can message me on Instagram, because I'll write back. I'll read it and I'll write back, or you can just comment below and I'll save it for, I'm gonna respond to you then and let you know that I got it. But I'll also address it when I get ready to do the live in February, the beginning of February. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a good night, a good morning, a good afternoon, a good day, and y'all will see me in the next video. Bye.